Oh, wait, let's turn this down. Hopefully that's way down. Oh yes, it's screaming.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, we are good to go. What is going on, guys?
Yay!
This is your boy Ligo One Half Endure, and we're back at it. We're back at it again with Endcast. For tonight, we have Anderson. How you doing, Anderson?
Yeah, doing all right. Rainy day in LA.
You
Hey,
survived.
are you seeing hellfire? um, of course, we also have Konoshi Barbanito. Konoshi,
Hey,
how you
how's it
doing?
going?
Man in the house.
Doing all right?
Are you doing all right, Kanoshi?
Oh yeah, I'm doing all right.
Okay, I was gonna say, did my mic cut off? Okay, and of course we have Triple M in the building.
Hi, how's it going?
All right,
We may get
so
some more people. That's a big maybe.
got you. So let's I want to thank everybody for putting their comment on this week's. I didn't do a Generation End video Friday, but I think I think I got enough people to understand why I put that video Friday. That was delusional of delusional, and again, yes,
Oh, yeah. It
If
it
that, if that
it
girl
was
in that video was a litmus test to what gamers are today, then yeah, we're doomed.
certain is that way. It was so bad that even I had to jump out.
yeah, and yes, I understand all the people who saying we break the the helmets. Sorry, we don't give refund to helmets here at the Endure channel, but just again, if you see LBC coming on, you're gonna have to walk with your own hardware. That's all I can tell you.
Oh, I thought accessories.
Hardware too.
I
So
recommend getting a steel plate in your head.
basically, so with that, okay. So I would say
Could all the monsters taking part in the festival have descended on the castle at once?
I gotta figure out something here. Hold up 1 second. I have, let me see, because that will be annoying to me.
I'm definitely hearing some sound in the background.
Yeah, that's it's. I don't want I don't want the microphone to be on the. I don't hate the sound shoot up to the. I don't want the.
Scream.
Yeah, not to
Well,
the screen. No, no, because it's a PlayStation. Through the
well the
controller.
well the game certainly wants to leave it alone.
Yeah. Again, I see. This is where my I can't say that because I am not a PlayStation person to fully understand.
Utilize. Oh,
Well, okay. I don't understand the quick settings and all that stuff. I'm more of a Nintendo person, so that's just what it is. So,
oh, don't be surprised. Someone might call you simpleton.
simpleton,
None of us here are professional streamers.
got you.
That is correct.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can still hear you.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like I
And
didn't
it
have.
seems like the background noise is gone.
Well, let me just fix the. Let me see. Microphone style. So log in. Let's see.
Apologies for the technical difficulties, ladies and gents.
Let me know that. But that's not what it is. It's audio. Do I need? I'm just trying for it to not be on the controller.
Roger.
Shut it. I'm trying. I'm learning this stuff out off right there. But anyway, speaking of that, I'll figure this out. So last year was a crazy year itself. But again, I thank you guys for joining us for the podcast and stuff like that and the show. What up, Brownie? So we're gonna talk about 2000 last year, and we want to be positive. Even everything, we still want to be positive in a way. We want to talk about good games and stuff. So what we're gonna list off is basically our top three games, but any good games we played last year, it's kind of like an honorable mention. We'll ask, we'll go around round table, of course, so people could do that, and then we go from and then we go to the top three, and of course we will list one or a game that maybe you bought because we're not all perfect, and I'm for sure not. I don't I say that, but at least a game that we thought maybe were good or something that even if you didn't buy a bad game, just something maybe you're looking forward to it and you're like, that was stupid, something like that. So I'll remind you guys about that when the time comes. But what games that were played.
Would that be
Okay,
including
you go
demos?
first.
Huh? Nintendo, any console. I'm like I said, I'm not only Nintendo.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not.
yes,
Yeah.
does that include demos?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Any demos that you think uh, trip?
Alrighty. Uh, Kenosha, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, well, why don't you start first? Let's do the honors.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, just
Top
just the
three
just
games.
yeah, no. You got the three games. Just what games you play that you would like to share with anybody. If anything pops out to you, but then we'll go into top three games and then the least disappointed after that. Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to figure something
Oh yeah, I guess Kenosha is just going through his list.
Okay. Maybe so. You guys can hear me still, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. My headphone set was not charged.
out. Let's see. Therefore, recent history. Um, there was that game.
Okay, I'll start.
And I mean,
I'll start Kanoshi.
games last year. So I can
I'll
name it.
start so you get a use for what it is. Like I said, just have a list of games, and then like I said, we go do the top
Yeah.
three, second, then
Yeah.
then whatever. So for me,
Yeah,
okay,
sorry to put a spot on you, Kenosha.
yeah.
Go on, Roger.
So so games I played last year that like I said, I think are really good games. Of course, I played the first game I played in 2024 was Sort of Vagrant. Really good hack and side scroll adventure hack and slash. Indie, of course, game, really good game. I enjoyed it, really did.
Yeah, I have that one too. Usually goes on sale for like 199 on eShop and Steam,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
got,
also available physically.
and that's of course that's where I bought mine. I bought mine physical, so that's where I got mine from, physically. So
Sweet.
that was one of them. Next game that's on the list that I bought right after that was a game that sadly a lot of people did not bought, but it's a really good game. And it's funny how people like to talk about Metroidvania and all this stuff and Metroid style game and blah blah blah, and they don't do it. which is of course is Lost Crown, Prince of Persia Lost Crown. Really good game.
Yep, I'm one of the few
Yes.
who actually bought it, and even the DLC. Ooh, yeah, Dark Souls ain't got nothing on Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Let me tell you, and that's on normal.
Yeah, that is true. I played that normal too. It's a little difficult. That's for sure.
Woo! Yeah,
But
we always said that people would buy a Metroid style game over actual Metroid 9 times out of 10. But then this game is the one that broke the streak, which is unfortunate because it deserves a lot of sales. It's on
yeah,
everything, and yet it barely managed to sell uh, as much as Metroid Dread. I think.
Yeah,
I
that's
think now
sad
people
indeed.
people are slowly starting to catch on to it. But it's at the point where it's kind of too late.
Oh boy.
Sorry, go ahead.
no, I got you. No, you have that, and yeah, it does suck that they didn't. Of course, they didn't tell anybody. People, it was like I say, it was half and half. Ubisoft threw this game to the wolves, and then no, and they didn't back it up with what do you call it,
Nope.
Advertising.
advertisement.
Advertisement.
And then yeah, but it's a really good. If you're looking for a Metroid video game, and this is old school where you got to do the jumps and all the moves and everything. Cause this is Prince of Persia. This is a true Prince of Persia game from the old school Prince of Persia. So it's really good.
Hell, the creator of the original Prince of Persia, John Mercer, I believe, he gave his kudos to this game, saying it's the kind of game he wished he made, which
Yeah,
was a surprise to me because the original Prince of Persia, if you felt like about a story, you would die. In this game, you fall. There's one point where you fall the equivalent of the Empire State Building. You're a-okay. But
yep,
then again, maybe that's a good thing because this game is brutal enough as is.
it's definitely brutal. So
But it hurts so good.
yep, you have that. And then the next game after that for me that I was join in the pack was basically Erudian Chronicles 108 Heroes. Um, really good game. Of course, I played the prequel, which I like. They did it. Sadly, the creator of the game passed away. He was supposed to do Suikoden 1 and 2, which is coming out this year, but he
Yeah,
passed
oh.
away.
March.
Yeah, and
May
he
you
passed.
rest in peace.
Yeah, I was like
My
that.
condolences.
He didn't get to see his game came out. It's a really good turn-based action RPG. The story is good. I will tell you that right there. Of course, it has different endings, but the story is a good story. So I'll put that in there. And then right after that was Atlas's game, which is Unicorn Overlord.
There's only one thing we can do. Come on then.
And
Give it the hiding of its life.
I have to give credit to the Atlas president because he put his own money behind this game. And
Heck yes.
good job. This is a
That
this is a good game.
Atlas has been on a roll.
Yeah, it is. They've been. They did a good job on that. It's a really good game, a strategy game. So I would say
RTS.
it's it's not really RTS. Cause you're not it's strategy, but it's a I don't know what would you call that. 'Cause it's not that it's not you don't have advantage of where you at, where you're located, and all that stuff.
Hmm.
So I don't know, and also you don't control it's like a chess game. You don't control the actions. You just set it up and let it go, and hope that your hand is good.
I don't know, maybe like a tactical turn-based RPG with some slight RTS elements.
Yeah. Yep. But good games there, and then of course in that slot, even though I didn't beat the game, in that situation was another good game, which was Princess Peach, which I played.
Me too.
Showtime,
Yeah.
which she did a good job. That
It's not quite the Super Princess Peach sequel I was expecting, but hey, it's nice to see Princess Peach kind of, not be the damsel in distress for
ex-
once, which has actually been happening more and more recently.
exactly.
My,
Any and yeah, so you have that, and then I think that was at my halfway mark. What was the so any games now go back to you Kanoshi
ready?
if you're
At
ready
the
for any
list
game
ready?
if you get games that situation. Or Anderson if Kanoshi's still trying to figure stuff out. Any other game that you picked up in that time that you're like, oh okay.
Yeah, let me just make sure. When did River City Girls 2 come out?
Oh yeah.
No, that was before last year. Uh,
Yeah.
let's see. Well, there's a game that I wanted to play from the past that I couldn't. No money at the time. They got remastered. Shadows of the
Uh,
Dam by Grasshopper Entertainment, Suda 51. The
okay.
same people behind No More Heroes
Uh huh.
and
Right.
Killer is Dead.
Okay.
It doesn't really do too much different from the original release, besides adding a new game plus mode. I'm just happy I finally got a chance to play it somehow.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right.
I'd say Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. That game took about, let's say, a month and a half of my life. Today, time you enjoy wasting ain't wasted. To put
Okay.
so much into just one game without having to put stuff behind a
You gotta
paywall,
have a
which
Yakuza
I
game.
yeah.
Yep.
You can go from doing Uber Eats / Crazy Taxi style to pretty much doing Pokemon, except you use bums and homeless to do it, to making your own little island resort
Okay.
from the ground up, to pretty much trying to stop some kind of ecological disaster. And that's just like the tip of the iceberg. And this is probably one we all, or most of us, played. Got a Game of the Year last year. Not sure if it really deserved it. Today, Astrobot.
Oh,
There,
nice.
compared to everything we get nowadays, especially from Sony, and yet we have this little cute, quirky game that reminds us, at least those of us who were there at the beginning, what the PlayStation brand used to be. Right before, it got to a point where this latest big game they're making is about some shaved head Asian woman fighting robots on some planet.
Right
Oh
here.
And of
god.
course, the opponents will say, "Well, this is what gaming is supposed to be. This is gaming growing up." It's like,
Okay.
yeah, you're right. This is what you call growing up. Now, give me more games like Astrobot. You
Okay.
know, I think the president of PlayStation said, "Well, we can't do more stuff like this because we don't have any IPs to utilize." And of course, they just made me bust a vein in my head. Of course they do. They just don't want to, and because gamers don't really ask them to.
Okay.
Or even buy those games.
All right. Well,
Yep.
since basically
I
you got
did
to
have
play.
one more, but I think I'll save it because that's my game of the year.
Yeah, but like I
So
said,
let me just see
like I
what
said,
else I got.
you got to. So, like I
Sorry,
said,
but I'm just I got like these big stacks of games because I don't have sufficient shelving to put them in. And there's some stuff I want to play, like Metaphor ReFantasio, but I don't have the money yet.
okay.
Ugh, what else did come out though?
All right.
What if anyone wants to take it from here? Well, I'll try to find out what. I guess
I'll-
maybe I'll cheat. Maybe I'll cheat and say the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake.
Yeah, you can say
You
that
know, a
too.
lot
I
of
mean,
people have been saying, "Hey, we want more of this," or "We want a remake." Well, you got
Okay.
it. Are you happy?
no.
Aside,
I
aside
hope so.
from, uh, aside from one little thing that still hurts me, that's just my fault. Can't get over it. You know, I'm happy that this did become a reality. Even though people are complaining, it's only 30 frames per second or something. I don't know. People are never happy. But hey, this is a game
Right.
from my childhood, maybe my favorite game of all time, and I'm happy that I guess current gamers, at least the young ones who aren't corrupted yet, have a chance to experience it.
My strategy was flawless.
okay.
All right, who's
Well,
next?
I'll go next. Let's see the games I played last year. Uh, Metaphor ReFantazio. I played that. Haven't beaten it yet. Um, and
Another
then
one by Alice.
yeah, that's a pretty good game. Pretty good IP. Hopefully they build on top of it.
Okay.
Let's see. Black Myth Wukong. That's a great game.
Oh, you played that last year?
Not extremely obnoxious like a lot of Souls games. It's a Souls light game. Takes inspiration from Souls game, not quite uh Souls though. And then
You can you actually pause the game?
yeah, you can pause it. um, but yeah, there was that game, and then there's
Okay, we get it.
uh
What you're saying is, all the other towns and villages in the world may be in trouble too.
oh yeah, the new Secret of Mana game. Um,
Vision of Mana.
Vision of Mana, that game's pretty good. Action RPG, third person RPG. Like the characters, seems to pretty lighthearted. Uh,
Thank you, Majesty.
Okay.
Amazing idea.
yeah,
Well then, we better get
it's
going.
like the character interaction. And then put an honorable mention. Uh, the new Warhammer Space Marine 2 game. That game's pretty good. Harkens back to, I would say, the mid to late aughts. Games like Gears of War. Third person action uh, shooter game. Also has co-op in it. Pretty decent game. Pretty decent piece of nostalgia that came out last year. That got a fair amount of attention.
Okay.
Some reason wasn't included in Game of the Year.
Ooh.
But yeah.
Hey, like I said, we'll wait for that for your, you said for your game of the year, but okay.
Before we do, I forgot one. The shadow portion of Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. I'm not sure if it makes up for Shadow the Hedgehog 2005. But probably the best Shadow game we've gotten in quite a while. Last year was the year of Sonic, or at least Shadow.
hmm
All right, continue.
Okay.
All right,
right.
that leaves me.
I'll be waiting.
Oh.
Like I said, mostly you got 2 games and you play demos.
Yeah.
I'm not.
technically, I
Yeah,
thought
yeah. I say that. Okay. Let me finish out my list of just games that honorable mention can I give free in the top 3.
Oh, all right.
So, of course, I picked up Astral Blade and played the demo,
Me too.
but I didn't get. I
Ooh.
ain't played a game, so I gotta get into that.
Oh.
I also played Tales of Arise, but that's gonna be its own thing. And like Anderson said, Astro Bots was another game that was really that I got into and I liked. Another game that I picked up that I was surprised by, but I know I was gonna pick it up because those kind of games, and people say those games were never going to run on the Switch and stuff. But hey, for some reason, they found a way to put it on the Switch, which is, of course, Ace Combat 7. Yes, it's not super graphical, and I do understand that, and I'm happy. But game got put on the Switch, and it plays just as good as anything else, and I enjoyed it. So I had that. Picked up Zelda. Did not play Zelda, so I can't say nothing. And then pick up Echo and then Wisdom. I did not play it, so I just got the physical version of that. Um, what a game I would say that is this worthy, other than Mario Brothers Ship. Excuse me, Mario Brothers Ship,
How could I forget that?
and hmm. Indie game wise, I would say I add on the Top Racers collection, which is called Top Gear to me. I call it Top Gear, but it's Top Racers, of course. And last but not least, the Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
Collection.
Got that last year. As you guys see me play it, of course, and I've been enjoying it. So I picked up more games than that, but that's enough right there that I could say of games I could mention that I that's worth your time to pick up if you want to pick up games from the PlayStation to that. Because I said, because I also pick up Tales of Vesperia for the PlayStation, and of course, as you can see right now, this doesn't count for last year, but I'm playing a game that I picked up this year, which is Quest. So yeah. So with that said, now I'll go through the list. So I'll let Trip start. So top 3 games, Trip.
Yeah. Well, with me, Unicorn Overlord is I would say my number one pick, because I am even though I've beaten this game, I am actually still replaying it. It seems like I've lost count after 3 3 times that I've beaten this game, and
Let us pray.
it's so enjoyable that I still like to play more of it. But yeah, other twos, well, they're basically just demos, but they were still so good. Someone already said it. There's Princess Peach Showtime, which too bad it's a bit short though, because I still wanted to play some more, even though at that time I was playing with the Joy Cons and had those drifts, so was cumbersome, and I really thought that, hey, I can actually do better in this game, and well, it seems like I could after Liger acquired me a Pro controller. Yeah, and my third one is surprisingly enough, I didn't expect that I would enjoy it as much as I did. Is Legend of Heroes: Trials Through Daybreak. And interesting enough, even though the franchise was basically only turn-based, but this is the first game in the series that you can actually choose to do turn-based or um, real-time action, and it's implemented very well, to the point that there was certain times that I just started to do button mashing, and let's just say it, I got my behind handed to me. So yeah, fair warning on that.
Okay. I would say I thought you would add one of the games you finally one of your old games list that you finally beat this year.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, this Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which there was actually an AOK game. Unfortunate enough that since its first release from the Wii, got a lot of bad rap, which shouldn't have been the case. But anyways, although
Welcome to gaming.
yes, what an experience. But yeah, I actually played Skyward Sword with the Pro controller, and I must admit that I could have done a lot better uh, with motion controls than just the buttons. Still
Mm.
Yeah.
having a hard time getting um, the Highland Hyrule Shield.
Shield.
Yes, and if I could just use motion controls, it would be so much easier. To me, at least.
Okay. All right. So, well, that's your three. Kanoshi, what about you?
Let's see. Um, there'll be Metaphor Refantasio. Uh, Refantasio. Visions of Mana. And I would say
Black Myth
Warhammer.
Wukong.
Oh yeah, Black Myth Wukong. I'll put that. Black Myth Wukong.
As your top three?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the game.
Why you just give a little why you like both all or like the three of them.
Oh, I like Black Myth Wukong because we get a different. Oh, obviously it's a Souls light game, so
Hmm.
it plays a lot more fair than your typical Souls games, and feels better to play. I think than a lot of your Souls games. And then there's the fact that we get a different mythology that we don't typically
Normally
see
get
in a lot of games with Monkey King, Sun
Besides
Wukong,
Dragon Ball.
Ethos. Uh, Dragon Ball it borrows from it, but it's super different in a lot of ways. Like it obviously borrows a lot of stuff from it, but it's
Well, yeah, it's the journey to the west. Yeah, so yeah.
Journey to the West. So yeah, so you get
that's sorry, Kanoshi, but speaking about the game playing good, um, did you by any chance got it when it was released? Because I've heard that it was kind of buggy.
yeah, it was actually rough the first released, especially
So okay, so you do have the updated version.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's one of the issues that a lot of Unreal Engine 5 games have is they're not particularly optimized particularly well. I don't know if it's the developer or the engine or maybe somewhere between the two, but
I'd say in between.
I say between. Yeah, I would say so too.
Yeah, in between.
yeah, but a lot of games that have Unreal Engine 5 had a lot of problems when they first released. Stalker, that was one of
Yeah, I
them.
guess they
Uh,
like it for the visuals, but not for the performance. But I digress. Go ahead, Kanoshi.
yeah, I think Stalker 2 had a bunch of issues when it first came out. It's an Unreal Engine 5 game. Alan Wake had a lot of issues too. Unreal Engine 5. Uh, so, and Visions of Mana, it's like the art style, the gameplay is pretty fun. Um, it has lighthearted characters, like the relationship between the main characters, or the main characters that you run into. Um,
Okay.
what was the last game I mentioned?
When you play Wukong, you play that and it's Phantasmo.
Oh, Fantasio. Yeah, Fantasio is one of those games where it shows that you can create new IPs that are good, and everybody seems to be in this cavalcade of remakes and remasters and rehashes. You know,
Yeah.
there are people out there making new IPs that are good.
Good.
Well, yeah. See, now we just got Unicorn Overlord, and that did good too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you do have a rehash of like 108 Heroes, but again, it's a new game altogether. So we do have that. So okay, that's cool. All right. So that's what your game is. Okay, Anderson, what about you?
One of them is my game of the year, so I'm not sure if I can mention it. I'll just go back to what I said. Astrobots, because it's just so nice to have a platformer with a lot of heart in it that's not on a Nintendo console. That used to be the norm back in the day. Plus,
Yeah.
plus I actually did 100% it. Wasn't easy, but I did it. And I only did it because I enjoyed the game that much.
Okay.
Then, of course,
Congratulations.
they dropped some DLC, which raised the percentage to 100%, or rather 101 to like 108. But I'll be honest, I'm greedy, and I wouldn't mind getting some more content in Astrobot.
Can't fault you for
Uh,
that.
Infinite Wealth, because before my PS4 got fried in the middle of the night for some reason, I played all the Yakuza games. And this game is kind of like the last of Kiryu, but also more of the insanity from the previous game, like a dragon. Like, if people are tired of Sonic, what's that noise? I'd recommend people, try it out. You can play it on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Doesn't matter where, one, just a little bit, and you might get hooked.
Yeah.
You might get hooked doing just one thing in the game and forget that, oh yeah, you're playing a JRPG, or oh yeah, I gotta do this thing. Oh yeah, I was too busy doing this thing that I forgot I had to do this other thing. I'm not sure what you would call it. A soap opera. You got your comedy, you got your action, you got the moments that kind of make you shed a tear. If you play all the other games,
That looks like the last of the minions.
and hell, I pre-ordered Yakuza Pirates in Hawaii or whatever it's called. So that's gonna take up my life next month until Xenoblade Remastered. And
Okay.
can I mention the third one, or are we waiting until Game of the
No,
Year?
no, yeah, third one. No, just your top three game. Give it a year, yeah.
And the third one, which has been getting a bad rap for some reason, Mario Luigi Brothership, as the only veteran here who played the original Superstar Saga on Game Boy Advance all the way to 2003, and then pretty much every game afterwards. I was devastated when the studio that made the series, Alpha Dream, went under.
Yeah.
And then I was surprised when, this was announced. And usually, when you got an old IP in the hands of new people, it's good to be wary. But just like Lost Crown, when I saw it, I just had a good feeling in my gut about it. I pre-ordered when I had the chance, and when I finally got it in my hands, oh, that was quite a ride. I might say it might be the best in the series, or at least right up there with Bowser's Inside Story. Once I finished
Okay.
that game, I kind of felt, I'm not sure what would be the term for it. Like, I got the low after an emotional high. I got the urge to play it again, but I got more games to get through.
Let us pray.
Okay.
Don't we all?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. On my end, it will be three games that I play. So I'll put in this for PlayStation. I have to say, even though I did not finish it all the way, but I gotta give a shout out to Astrobots. Really good game, really good platformer. They did a real good job on that, and I like the stages. I do like the stages where they add the extra fun of, yeah, this is like God of War or the Uncharted game part and everything like that after you beat the boss. So really good game. Yeah, shout out to it. Um, Team Asobi with a good, like I said, like Edison said, that used to be the norm, but now it's not. But we expect that that's how it is because before, a while ago back, beat 'em ups was down on the ground too, but it came back now. So yeah.
And fighting games and racing games and yeah, there's a
Hmm.
whole bunch of other genres.
Welcome, child.
Yeah.
Goddess speed.
Yeah. So, but my top three games would be, um, I will put Marvel vs. Capcom collection, collection.
Two.
Well, one. Well, two. Well, I think it's just one. It's just Marvel vs. Capcom collection. But anyway,
Oh, sorry, I got mixed up with Capcom fighting game collection. Yeah.
yeah. So the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, that's a really good game. I've been enjoying it. Trying to get back the way I used to play that game. You guys have seen me playing it on the Game and Chill, of course, when we're doing like podcasts and stuff. It's a really fun game. I've been enjoying it. I bought a fighting pad for it because of how much it is. Now, I like that all those games. I never played some of the games, so it was good to play them, even though I never played some of them. And some of them just bring back nostalgia of the arcade. Oh man, just
You mean Street Fighter versus X-Men or Journal of the Atom?
those was arcade games for me. But Marvel, I do have Marvel
Punisher.
vs. Capcom 1 and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on my Dreamcast, and I'm happy to get like I said, the fighting pad, and those are good fighting games. I'm not a next game, of course. I would like to play the other beat 'em up is the Punisher, but yeah, really good game. Enjoyed it. Really good collection for the price. 40, like you could buy it for cheaper now. All those games for $40, not a bad deal. Even though it's $30 on the Switch right now, so if you need to get it, now is the time to get it. But it's not a bad price.
It's almost a
Yeah, since
steal.
yeah,
Hmm.
since I worked it last night, I may buy it now.
Real steal of a game. And I am looking forward for Capcom Fight Collection coming out soon, which is has Capcom Capcom and also the Power Stones. Just can't wait.
That's right.
We barely started this year, and there's already enough to look forward to that we
Yeah.
know of.
Yep.
Yep.
So that is that's one of my game.
I have to find
Second
another way to
game
distract them
before
begin by
would
falling
be
back, thereby
I had to
lulling
give
the
it
enemy into a
to
false sense of security. When they lower their guard, we strike. Wait for my signal, and then we
On
advance.
second thoughts, forget it.
Drum roll,
we
please.
no, it's not the top game, but the second game would be of course um Unicorn Overlord. Again, gotta give it to Atlas. Really good game.
Wasn't it?
Really good game. They did a great job of it.
Yeah, unlike Trip, I commend your Trip. Apparently, you're on your third playthrough, and I know Liger beat it once, but got further than me. I've only played it a little, but
Really saved our
it's definitely a good game. Brand new IP, all that.
Charmed.
I wish I was stop loafing about and get through it, but I might have some
Yeah,
kind of form of ADD or something.
yeah. Considering how many endings it has.
Yes,
Your timing is impeccable as ever, my dear. We are
yes.
invested.
Glad to be of service. Your
This is one of the things where gaming was, like I said,
So,
it has. Like I said, I respect the game a lot because again, the guy put his own money where his mouth is.
I fear
So
I may prove a rather complex case.
that was pretty
he took
good.
a risk.
He took a risk and it played off. Love, of course, Atlas always have great art style. Oh my goodness, the art style of that
Oh
game is
goodness.
is good. Even for like I said, it's on a Switch, but the art style looks good.
Yeah, it's not good. It's immaculate.
Love a good art style.
But first, you must help
And of
us
course, I
find
got the special edition for that. So yeah,
to protect
Me
this
too.
so
we shall have
it's really good.
incomparable talents.
And strategy wise, and like I said, Trip, you say you beat the game three. That I got a question though. Did you you I don't think you beat the extra story though.
Stand by and watch while these monsters destroy the
No,
city.
no.
I know the extra story is hard. That's why I say I know you ain't beat it like that.
Beautiful inventions. Shall we?
I know that. But really good, like the art style, like the strategy stuff, really good. The next game, so my number one game is Erudian Chronicles 100 Year Heroes. That is, I mean, like I said, the prequel set me up for that. Like the game, like the setup. I like the different styles of game. It's one of those games where they did multiple, is a multiple stuff because it's like it's RTS army fighting. It's so many games. It's like Pokemon. It's like Bakugan. It's like all kind of games in one.
Yeah, you kind of like Infinite Wealth.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Interesting.
Excuse me. Yeah. So you have is basically turn-based combat, but you got to make all your turns in one shot and hope everything works out the way you think it's gonna work out. So it's not like turn-based like they turn, you fight. They turn. No, you got to figure out what they're gonna do. You got to think ahead of it. It's kind of like beating Kratos with the whole system, but with or like Trials, with the system coming down. You don't. It is, but it's just like I said. It's not that you got to figure out how to select that. But within that, you got to build you got to build the whole your castle. So that's part of it. Then you have to build entertainment in there and their shops and everything. So you got to build the whole. See, mostly in Suikoden, you have basically just build the castle. But this one, you got to build the shops. You got to build the farming, the wood, the weaponry, the spar, all of that stuff. Then you have like stuff like I said,
Essentially building a whole city / infrastructure.
yeah. Then you have, like I said, you have parts where you have to play like Bakugan or basically Beyblade. We have a top game. You gotta play tops in there. Then you have a card system. You gotta play kind of like a Yu-Gi-Oh. So you gotta play a card game in there as well too. You have that. I think you have the fishing game and much more. This the story is good. I really did like the story. It really, and like I said, I'll shout out also to Unicorn Overlord. Is it a simple story? Yes, but how they told the story is pretty good.
Yes.
That's why I give it.
And just like Unicorn Overlord, there's apparently 100 endings, or more than one ending.
It's more than one endings. Yeah. But,
Replayability to boot.
yeah, but the story is really good. I like it. It had a twist at it, not close to the end. Well, yeah, it is close to the end, but it had a twist to the end. I was like, oh, really? Oh, wow, I didn't see that coming and stuff like that. And I have not gotten, I've gotten over 100. There are 100, and it's funny. They call it 100 heroes, but it's 120 characters, heroes you could get. So I think I have 109, 108, somewhere there. But really good game. Really good game. Enjoyed it. Have fun with it. And again, I am gonna pick up Suikoden 1 and 2 because again, if you go look at the developers' notes and videos that the creator did before he passed away, he has my respect. He has my respect.
My man.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah. May he rest in peace. I really wish that he was alive to see this game got launched. So, respect for that. So those are my top games right there. And since I finished it, I'll sign up with it and then finish with it with these guys. So at the end of last year, I wanted, I am an AF geek. That's what you call people who love airplanes. I'm an AF geek. So I picked up another game which I could have put on the list too. It's really fun, which is called Airport Heroes.
Oh yeah.
A really fun game. I enjoy it. I'm trying to wait to see if I can get the other game for less price, but I digress. But I wanted to pick up some simulating games of flying and flight simulator games. And two of them flight simulators, if you see them with like a big plane, they look jokey and they look really like cartoony and stuff like that. Yeah, I picked it up for 199, but it was not worth. It was not even worth 199. That's how bad it was. I was like, ugh. So even though I picked it up for 199, I had to say that. Not Airport Heroes. It's called Flight Simulator something. I forgot what it was, but very disappointing. I was like, I should have wasted my money. Put that towards a better game.
It seems like the air quotation box art was already telling.
In a way, yeah. But I was like, it's all it. The video did not. The video they showed the video pretty differently. That's all I'll say that. The video did a good job of showing something differently. And again, just see how things. I was like, really? Oh man, that sucks. So, my respects to that. Anything that you picked up or anything that you were looking forward to and didn't happen. So that's basically how I set it up, guys. So, Anderson, how about you? Even if you didn't buy it, like you were looking forward to this game, and it's like, oh, this was not what I thought it would have been. Like kind of like how people like thought Suicide Squad would be a good game, and they found out, oh, it's trash.
I don't know. I'm gonna stretch it out here. I don't hate the game. I enjoy it. The thing you don't like about, like in the Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, is just the inventory menu. It really feels like maybe this should have been released last generation, 3DS or Wii U. Would have benefited from the second screen.
Yes, it would have.
That's about it.
You're correct about that. Definitely correct about that.
Yeah. And I have yet to actually play it. I'm still very hesitant. Don't know why. Could be my sixth sense is shaking. But even though Marvel Rivals, for now, seems to be enjoyed by people, it could fall apart like its predecessor. What would they call it? Overwatch 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that's kind of like the norm for these types of games. And it's like they're luring me in with just the Marvel representation, but I can see it falling off the rails. Okay, who's next?
Okay.
I'll go next. I would say Dragon's Dogma 2. Did that come out last year or did that come out the year before? Can't remember.
Well,
I
the
think it came out last year.
DLC came out last year. The one that,
Oh.
yeah, cause remember it DLC 1 for Game of the Year.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one was yours.
Yeah, that one was mine. It just came out. It just came out a little busted.
Oh, okay.
Came out like performance-wise all over the place.
Mm.
But it was okay. It was okay for me. It's just,
It
this
was
game probably should
possible.
have. I don't know. They probably shouldn't have used the engine that they used.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, or at least they should have tweaked it because I don't think the RE engine is designed for games like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what, Kenoshi? Now that you mentioned Dragon Dogma 2, yeah, that was one that I was also intrigued by it since the first one is actually on the Switch. But yeah, to hear all of that happened upon the release, I'm like, wow, they really effed up on this one.
Okay.
Come on, Capcom.
You did it! Look, they're running for the hills.
Okay.
Okay, Trebus, think you're next.
I think with me, just like Kenoshi has said, it is Dragon Dogma 2.
Strategy is the key to victory.
Okay. That was your zone.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, before we move on, what do I say every year? Biggest disappointment in gaming is what? The gamers.
I thought expected.
Got you. Shout out to Brownie. As he says, Spark Distance 3 um, is a game that he likes. Final Fantasy 14. Mario, and all the Mario Luigi Brothership as well too. Okay, Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, I was last
Oh, that
year, but still
Oh my,
good.
that's
Still
another
good.
one.
But Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker is what will be his. So okay, no problem.
is
That
disappointment or his game of the year.
give it a year.
Oh, okay.
His on is Dragon Dogma 1 and Hades, which I'm surprised. Hades was a good game, but
Really, Hades.
yeah, no, I'm surprised by that. But I can get the whole. A lot of people don't like Sun, like me in a way. Like I'm getting a little bored with the whole um
Roguelike.
roguelite. It's just like I wish people could just you know
It's
Calm
a
down
trend.
with it.
yeah.
It's a trend. When something gets popular, a lot of people use it.
Got you.
Yeah.
I think Hades 2 is still in early access up to this point still.
Oh, okay.
They're weird.
Mm,
Oh, Brownie has a thing for roguelites.
okay.
That's just how. Yeah. Yeah. I got Hades the first game in early access, and they had a pretty good. They had a pretty good schedule. Like it didn't come out like most early access games where they were just trying to rip you off. So, like there's definitely a decent. It's definitely interesting to see the game evolve over time too.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the thing about early access, being able to see the game evolve over time and see it and add details. And you play it for a little bit, you come back like a month later, and a whole bunch of new details and mechanics have been added later.
Yeah. And he's saying that he says is like the thing is I figure them out way too fast and I get bored with them.
Oh, and so I notice how to cheese roguelike games. Yeah, I can see that, especially if you play a lot of them. I'm sure
Yeah.
that
That's what
feeling
he just said. I have like 6 roguelike games and I haven't got back to any of them.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's usually like this one attribute that towers over all that you get to invest in, and then the rest of the game becomes trivial. Or does this exploit, that exploit?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
What
maybe
was,
you just
what
get
was Brown?
tired. Or you get tired of the RNG too. Sometimes you just get tired because a lot of it's random. So you have to deal with luck.
Excuse me. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, a lot of games turn to use RNG for everything, even games that are not roguelike. It depends on the game, but to put in like everything, it gets irritating.
Buying a game these days feels like playing a roguelike.
True.
Really?
Wow.
How?
Yeah, very close to Russian roulette. But you're right.
Yeah. Well, no, that's all good.
Well,
We see what
yep.
it is. But we'll see. Can they got more games coming up? Cause that see that's the game that's turning me off. They got I think it's Yasha. I think it's Yasha the Demon Blade. Yosha. I could be wrong, whatever. But that was looking at. I'm like, I don't know about that one. But hey, we'll see how that works. That's for sure. So,
Right. Oh.
like I said, there are games that those are games that was disappointing to us guys. Like, but there are more games out there to play that's good. I mean, is the industry is the top heavy? Okay, the thing that's shining on the industry a lot is game broken more. That's what's happening, and those games are getting more buggy and more messed up, as Koshi said. But do they still have some games that out there that's worth playing still? Yeah, definitely.
You just gotta look for them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Liga.
Mhm.
Was it Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out last year?
No,
Let me check.
That was the
No,
year
that was the
before.
last.
Not the year before.
Oh, that was the year before. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is the end of the year that their DLC.
Goddess speed.
That's yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
kind of have because they started the whole year end DLC thing. Like it's for whole DLC for year. So they got that.
I'm looking at this list. Did anybody play this game? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rewind.
No, but I'm waiting for it. I was excited, and I thought that was gonna be my last game I bought last year, but because it doesn't have the kind of like Jitsu Squad, and I mean by this is like each character plays the same, so it doesn't feel different. I think they should have more of that, and so I could wait on it. And when the game first came out, a lot of people liked it, but then they said like, oh, it's boring and whatever. And then they did. Then which I give credit to the game designers. They patched the game up in 2 weeks. Now my question is this: did they patch the game in 2 weeks, or did they held back that for 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm hoping it's not the latter.
I hope so too, cause that was quick to patch it up and make things different and help out and make the game a little more better so easily. I wonder if they were gonna hold that back for something, but if not, okay. So if they could make the game the characters play differently, then yeah. But if anything, if I want to get a game, I'll get it physically as well too. And oh yeah, it is if you guys are looking for shout out to just anyone who needs to know that Phantom Breakers, of course, Overdrive Ultimate is coming out. I've not seen it on this side, but I know in PlayAsia has it physical. So if you're looking for that game, you can get it physical over there. Just give you a heads up on that. So I mean, overall, 2024 was was an alright year for me. I mean, it's so funny because the usual crap happened. You had a lot of Nintendo games came up this year. I mean, last year and the year before that. Some were remakes, but people still were like, Nintendo ain't got no games. I mean, again, you had a lot of RPGs. Those were the remakes, and of course Luigi Mansion. But then you had Princess Peach, Brotherhood, Zelda. I think those are the three games that they released that was brand new.
I think
I'm,
so. Yes.
yeah, I'm looking at a list. I think those might have been the main ones.
Okay, yeah, because when Jamboree came out, Jamboree came out last year too, right?
Yeah, it came out last month.
Okay, and that's another one. So you had Jamboree, you had four new games and two old games with RPG and Thousand Year Door. Like Nintendo still puts out games. I don't know what people saying what they're saying.
Because they need to keep their YouTube content going like a fire.
Or
Got you.
just maybe, yeah, or just maybe, and I'm trying to give them a benefit of the doubt, is that
Stop.
um, it's the type of games they don't want to play, which I have to keep reminding them that, hey, can you stop saying no, instead of saying no games to play, just say not the games you want to play.
Got you. Yeah. I mean, again, I bought how much from last year. I played.
Oh, I think they also released Endless Ocean Luminous. That one just kind of skipped everyone's mind.
Got you. Okay.
Oh, oh yeah, that
Yeah.
diving game.
Yeah. I mean, I think last year I played, like I said, I played I played multiple hack and slash, beat 'em ups, uh, fighting games, flying game because of Ace Combat, racing games because of. Oh, no, I gotta shout this out too. I gotta shout this out. It's on PC as well too. New Star GP, good job. Indie game, good job. I was surprised by that as well too. I forgot about that last year. Really good game.
What's the name of the game?
New Star GP.
Oh, okay.
It, it's Formula One, racing game, but it's arcade style graphics, but it has real physics in the game kind of style game. So it's good.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
No, yeah, because it's like it look arcadey. Though it has about polygonical, that with our style, but you could
Polygonal.
political, but but the tires makes a difference. If you're racing on a rain, you do slip, you do all that. It has the whole 9 yards, and it's really really good. And then you go from it goes through all the racing years from decades from 1970 all the way to the 2010s, which is I mean 2020s, which is with the new cars already. So every time the cars kind of look like what the car's supposed to look like, so he does that. So it's really good. Have fun.
Okay.
I've not beaten. I'm up in 2000. Up. I think I'm in the 2000 era. I need the 2010 and 2020 era, but I got shout outs to them as well too. They did a really good job, so can't argue with that. And last year, another
Another
game.
one on the list.
Yeah, another game came out last year, but of course, I'm picking it up this year physically, which is so funny because I was talking to these guys. I was like, "Hey, anybody seen if they have a physical version of Freedom Planet 2?" And then within a week, was it a week
Mm,
trip or the next day? No, it was the next
No,
day.
no, it was next day.
It was the next day. Limited game runs acknowledged it. I was like, really? Dang.
Oh, man, you can't make this up.
Next day, they acknowledged it for physical. Let me see. Matt Jasper
Better late
before
than
said,
never.
got you. He said, definitely, Romance Saga 2 is his game. Well, that's good. Yeah. I mean, I forgot
Oh,
that's another
romance
game.
and saga.
Yeah, that came out as well too. So okay. So like I said, but look at that. Look from what I played so much different types of games. Again, that's why I like those type of games. Like that's what gaming is. You just can't just do one style of game. And that's when you see my closet. You see all those games. You you might could pick up. You might could figure out what kind of games I like, but other than saying Nintendo games, but every genre is different.
It depends on the
Exactly.
person. You got
Hmm.
people who got eclectic tastes like us, and then you got people who kind of just veer towards certain games.
Hmm.
And then you got people who don't really like anything because they're on YouTube.
Got you. So I think I think that's what it is. That's really what it is. So again, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Next week, if anything, again, thank y'all for y'all comments for
Yeah.
that last LBC. Cause yeah, I get it. Thank y'all for your comment. Again, your helmets were broken, but we can't. I can't give you no refunds on that. I told you out front, prepare your helmets. So I gave you that.
Hey, hey, I know something that can help. Whiskey.
Got you.
Maybe too good of a help.
Exactly. So but again, we'll have more videos coming out. Friday always gonna be hopefully our next generation, and you'll do that. I have other videos I've seen that I want to talk about, so I'll put it out to the weekend in that regard. And don't forget, hey, we'll be back here next Sunday. Next Sunday we're gonna talk about games we're looking forward for in 2025. So that's what we're looking forward to. That we already don't talk for anybody who's watching it now. Cause I've seen people coming in true. We have talked about the Switch. You go check that out. Of course, we know when the Switch comes out and when the Switch reveal, the direct comes out, we'll talk way more about it and what's coming on and
Oh yeah,
everything.
the Switch
April.
2.
Yeah. So you'll have that. But for right now, like I say, we're enjoying the games that you have, and we'll catch up and maybe a little spec talk a little bit about because for the PC side, CES just finished, and not really at this point, but me and Kadoshi were talking about last Friday. We're talking about how the 5000 series card came out from NVIDIA and how it's gonna do, and it's more of a worker's card, like for
Editing.
applications and stuff. And if you're gonna buy
Ooh.
it, if you're gonna buy this card for gaming, it's gonna mostly be a brute force card, meaning that you're gonna brute force the power of of whatever game you're playing.
Yeah, that's probably
Hopefully,
the
they
only
don't blow
reason.
up a gasket.
Yeah. Say again, Kanoshi?
So yeah, that'd be the only reason I would get it. It's just the brute force through everything.
Yeah. So that's what it is. Again, the 90 just came out, and you have 32 gigabytes of DDR6. I mean 7, which is ridiculous. That's that gotta be that's super fast.
Yeah. Its
So
biggest, it's big. It's one of its biggest strengths is the production stuff with like AI.
hmm yeah. So, but we'll like I said, we'll talk about that next week. So again, hopefully you guys have games that you're looking forward to, other than the Switch 2. But because many people have bought the Donkey Kong game, but there's a lot of games coming out. I mean, this game you see on the screen right now I bought this year, plus the sequel to this, $7. So hell, I'm not gonna argue with it. $7 for a good game, I'll take it. So with that said,
Yeah.
we'll catch y'all next time. Remember, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply play your games on all consoles, including PC. Peace out.
Play like